just we have discussed. Any doubts or any clarifications required on yesterday's session, or can we continue with the other?
No. I am fine with this session.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, just we have discussed up to these things, and I will have discussed about the different use cases, how much data is generating nowadays and other things. So and yesterday I did not show this particular one, right? So this graph will show you the total data which is generating is complex and unstructured data. Almost 80% of data is coming as a complex data and unstructured data only. Okay, and the relation data is very less. Especially you can see from 2009-10 onwards, the graph is going like this, which is very huge. Just a minute, please. Hello. Yeah, sorry for the inconvenience. I got a call. Okay. Yeah, so this slide is showing as a complex data how much is coming. Yes, yesterday we have discussed about unstructured data, right? Do you know what is complex data? Suresh or Kiran, any idea?
That means streaming videos.
No, that is also comes under unstructured data only.
Okay.
Yeah, streaming video, almost that can be called as a binary data, signals, right? And some text data. Text also comes under unstructured data. Even the complex data is also as part of the unstructured data only. But let me give you a small example in data analytics side. Suppose if I give, hello, how are you? Are you able to understand this sentence? Right?
Yes.
Can be who knows English, they can understand very easily, right? But if I write the same way, another sentence, so can you understand what exactly this? This is also very simple, small sentence, right?
Yes.
What exactly meaning of this one? You can say the meaning of this one is just hello, how are you, right? But what about this one? So right, just can you guess something?
It's age, I think.
Oh, you are thinking about yes. Kiran, is there any other way of meaning of this one?
Oh, I think it's also age.
It can be a base or it can be a weight.
Yes.
Right? It can be I am fine.
Yes.
I'm 59, right? Or else it can be some roll number, right?
Yes.
Or it can be something else. So based on the situation, it will change. The based on the region to region, country to country, also it may change, right?
Yes.
So this is a simple only, but it's very difficult to understand based on the context. This kind of data can be called as a complex data. Okay, just this is an example, this kind of data. Okay, so nowadays the complex data is very very important because of in the nowadays data analytics area, this is playing very important role. Do you have any idea about data analytics, Suresh? Karan?
No.
No.
No, right? Okay, just I'll give you a small example on that. How the companies are doing business based on analytics, how they are using the data, how they are creating the business on top of that. So it's a simple example. Whenever you go to any e-commerce website like Amazon, eBay, Flipkart, uh, okay, after you close the window, after completely log out, and when you open again the browser or email, do you observe you will get the advertisements of deals of the some product which you have already watched, which you have already browsed, right?
Yes, yes, exactly.
But if you go to, but your friend will not get the same thing who are sitting beside you, right?
Yeah.
Because of whenever you are browsing some website, maybe Amazon, eBay, whatever the clicks you are doing, every moment, everything they will capture at the end of the logs, right?
Okay.
Along with the browser information, region information, and IP address of your computer. Based on IP address, they can get the geographic location, right? Everything they will gather and they will store into the log files along with your mail ID if it is possible. If you open Gmail in one tab, if you open Facebook in one tab, if you open another tab with the Amazon eBay, they will capture the Gmail address and the Facebook address, everything they will capture. Okay, so by using that that data, log data, they will apply the data analytics. That is comes under data scientist part. Data scientist will implement the some algorithms based on the business rules and the business requirements. They will implement a data analytics related algorithms. Those algorithms will execute on top of that log file on every 1 minute or 2 minutes or every few 5 minutes, something like that. So then whenever you browse something, but you did not buy, just you browse something in different areas and you closed it. Whenever there is a deal on that product, immediately the mail or advertisement will be triggered to the same IP address or maybe same mail ID or some address based on the your information, personal information, right? This is the recently maybe 1 or 2 years onwards it's coming up this kind of business. These are called a one part of the analytics. Okay, Suresh, Karan, understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah, on top of Hadoop, once you Hadoop is simply what will do, it will store the data and process. Once you process, the next step is the analytics only. So maybe in future, after 2 to 3 years, the Hadoop may be getting old, but maybe other tools may be coming on top of Hadoop. But analytics field will be there for next 5 to 10 years at least. Okay. But if you want to do analytics on top of data, first you should know what is data, how to store data, and how to capture and how to use the data. Everything you should know with the help of Hadoop tools and ecosystem of Hadoop. Okay. So this is a kind of complex data also we need to analyze and we need to do some processing on top of the complex data and unstructured data. Okay. So basically what are the problems and what are the situations we have discussed, all the problems can be solved by the tool called Hadoop. This was the first tool which can solve all these problems. On top of the Hadoop, Apache Hadoop, many other tools added to the big data area and Hadoop framework. Just let me give you a brief introduction of Hadoop. This is the person called dog cutting. This is the person is implemented Hadoop from scratch. Started in the year of 2004 with the help of Google file system white papers. Google already implemented this kind of mechanism around 2019 and 2000 at that point only. So in the 2004, the dog cutting was thinking about data and he has started implementation of this Hadoop tool. Finally, with the help of Apache group, he has released the project as a named with Hadoop. Okay, Hadoop is not a meaningful name. It's just a doll name. This is the doll which look like a teeny elephant. Okay, just he was thinking to name for Hadoop. This is the doll which his son is playing. Just in their local language, they are calling it as a Hadoop. So simply, he named it as Hadoop. After that, our people is changed the picture as a big elephant, which is representing the big huge data. Okay, actually this is the real picture of Hadoop. Okay, so the Cloudera, I think most of the people who are working with Hadoop or who are interacting with the Hadoop tools, then you should know, you should hear about the Cloudera. Cloudera is the one of the just software company. They have implemented one tool on top of Apache Hadoop. Because of Apache Hadoop is a completely open source. So in the big companies and the secure related applications will not depending upon the open source, right? 100% somebody there should be support in the production level and support, after production, pre-post production level time. So the Cloudera is implemented a one framework, distribution on top of Apache Hadoop. So this is the company is one of the leading in the market right now. Okay, and not only support, they are providing trainings and certifications and other related technologies support also. Okay, this is just a brief of Hadoop. I will give you more details. What is how it is started from 2004 to 2012. What are the different different frames they have implemented? I will let you know very clearly when we are discussing about Hadoop. Okay. So just I would like to show you the brief architecture or framework of Hadoop. Then we can discuss one by one what are the tools and components are there. So let's take this is the Hadoop box. Okay. Do you know Hadoop is implemented in which technology?
Java.
Exactly, completely Java technology. What is Hadoop? Again, it a programming language or a database or something else? Any idea?
Open source framework which uses Java's platform.
Exactly, it's a framework, right? What is framework again? Any idea? Okay. Yeah.
I don't have exact idea.
Okay, no issue. Yeah, framework is nothing but somebody is developed some libraries, some configurations, and some rules and regulations. Based by using those libraries and configurations, we can build our own application, our own framework. Okay, that can be called as a framework. If you take, do you heard about Java, Struts, Hibernate, Spring? Do you heard these names? These are the
frameworks using in Java.
Yeah, these are the frameworks which is developed with Java. Same here also, Hadoop is the framework which is developed with Java, but those are the frameworks is implemented based on some libraries and some conditions. Okay, so in the same way, Hadoop is also one framework. Somebody is developed some libraries by using Java technology. Just by using those libraries, we can build our own application. Okay, but the Hadoop is working on top of big data area. Okay, under big data area. So basically in Hadoop, there are two components are there. I can say two another frameworks are there. Not exactly components, you can call it as a two frameworks. The first one is the HDFS and next one is the map reduce. Do you heard about these two names anytime? Basically the HDFS is nothing but Hadoop distributed file system. Okay, this is the one framework and MapReduce is the another framework. The main use of this framework, the HDFS will be useful for mainly store the data. Okay, Hadoop distributed file system. It is useful for storing the data. The MapReduce is useful for process the data. Okay, two things. Basically, the HDFS is derived from Google file system. I can say Google GFS, Google file system. Simply he has changed it as a Hadoop distributed file system in a distributed manner. The Google also implemented the MapReduce kind of concept internally. The same they have taken and implemented the MapReduce, Hadoop MapReduce. Okay. So if still now if you see any ETL tool like data stage and some other tools, what will do ETL tools? ETL tools will process the data, right? Extracting, transforming, and loading. Right, Suresh? Any idea about ETL tools?
Yeah, I mean, I heard like recently I'm hearing
Yeah.
many tools like Talent, Splunk.
Yeah, many tools are there which will be processing the data. Like another way is ETL tools. And another thing is data warehouse tools are there, which is Informatica and some other IBM other tools are there. These will be useful for only store the data. This is for only extracting, transforming, and loading, process the data. Data warehouse and some other tools are there which will store the data. But in Hadoop, both storing and processing will be there in a single framework. That is the main advantage of the Hadoop. Data will be stored in the single box, Hadoop box, and again, the process also will be doing in the same area.
Okay.
Okay. If it is in different, suppose the data is stored in a one server, which is there in the maybe in US geographic location. Now I'm install the ETL tool, ETL software or maybe server is there in the maybe in India. So when I want to process something which is there here, I need to copy the data, right? The data needs to travel across the network from here to here, and it will process here. After that, maybe it will store back here, or maybe it will store somewhere in the other source, maybe storage. So then, how much time it will take? How much hectic will be there to transfer the data? Huge amount of data, right? It will be a little bit difficult, right, to transfer the data from US to India server and process it and going back to UK or in ES server, right?
Yes.
But if the data is there in the same machine, data is there in the same here only, and the processing also doing here only, and again the result also store here only. How much fast will be? 100% very faster than others, right? Okay, that is we can say this is one of the best mechanism of storing and processing within the Hadoop framework.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is completely different kind of storage mechanism. I will discuss very clearly about HDFS, how the data is storing and everything. It is only for storing the data. So the MapReduce is processing data. So to process the data in any area, we should write some scripting, right?
Yes.
We should write some programming language or scripting. Here, basically, the MapReduce is implemented in Java. So you need to write a Java code, Java classes to process the data. For every process to suppose, let me take one example. Say some transaction data is there, transaction.txt file is there. If I want to process this file, I need to write 3 Java programs here. One is we can call it as a mapper.java, reducer.java, and a driver.java. Okay, we need to write 3 different programs. Then we can execute these programs as a combined classes, and it will process the data and store it, which will be a little bit difficult and lengthy process because of the almost 20 to 25% of the people who only knows about Java in the software industry right now. Okay, if you want to process only in Java, again it will not success, right? It will not be a perfect path, because of almost 70 to 70% of the people are working in different technologies like ETL, data warehouse, and a background database programming, not only programming, other programming languages, and the management side, architecture side, testing side. Many people are there, right? So that is the reason here, after couple of years, two other tools invented by other companies. The tool names can be a Pick and Hive. These are the two tools is integrated with Hadoop. Basically, only HDFS and MapReduce were there when the Hadoop invented in the year of 2009-10. After 2010, the Pig tool and Hive tool is integrated. Pig is it's like a simple Latin scripting language. It's a Latin scripting language. Anybody can understand. Anybody can write this script. And Hive is a completely SQL notation language. If you know SQL, just create table, select table, and update. These are the kind of queries. If you know, easily you can work with Hive. Okay. So these are the two tools implemented because of, as I told you, 75% of the people doesn't know Java. Then they can use maybe Pig or maybe Hive. That is the main advantage of these two. That is the reason yesterday I told to someone the Java is not really 100% required. You can use Pig or Hive instead of using MapReduce also. Okay. So, but here after when it is implemented, not only Java, other technologies also supporting now. Even if you want to really write a MapReduce program, you can write a MapReduce program by using Python, by using Scala language. These are the popular advanced programming languages. You can use Ruby, or you can use a C hash. You can use some scripting language also you can use to implement the MapReduce program, not only Java. Okay, so here these three tools are the will be any tool you can use to process the data. These are the different options I can say. Some of the companies or application maybe use combination of these three also. Maybe Pig, Hive, and MapReduce, maybe Hive and MapReduce, or Pig and Hive MapReduce, like that. Okay, because Pig and Hive is not completely matured tools. Still, it is in the under process and they're still implementing. So suppose the use case or some requirement is not able to process some particular file, then you can write a MapReduce. Some part you can write in Pig, and some part you can write in MapReduce also. Okay. And one more important thing is, whatever the language you have implemented, but internally it will convert as a MapReduce program only again. But as a developer point of view, just you will write instead of writing 100 lines of code in Java, okay, you can write only 5 to 6 lines of code in Pig, and maybe just 3 to 4 lines in Hive. That's it. It is equal to 100 lines. That is the reason most of the companies why companies will put lot of effort, lot of resources to write MapReduce program. The same thing you can do it in 5 lines of code, right? Easy, right? Suppose it may take 100 lines of code, maybe 8 hours of time for a normal Java programmer. The same thing you can write in 5 lines within 2 hours maximum. You can be writing within 1 to 2 hours only if you know SQL. Then why should we waste for 6 to 7 hours of time to implement the same process? That is the reason nowadays most of the people are using Pig and Hive instead of MapReduce program. But still internally Hive and Pig are using MapReduce only. That is the reason we need to know what exactly MapReduce, how it is processing, what is the internal concepts we need to discuss, we need to understand. Getting Suresh and Kiran?
Yeah, I have a question for you.
Yes, Suresh.
Like, is this a Pig? You said we use Latin script, right?
Yeah.
For this, so is that query language or JavaScripting language, or which one?
Yeah, this is also like almost a SQL query language type only. Okay, it's
Okay.
easy than that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
very
Okay.
easy than that. Just like this. Simply I will give you x equal to or else my data. It's a like variable equal to load from directory. Some Suresh
Okay.
dash tran transaction.txt. That's it. Simply it will load. Yes, you can specify the tool also. Name, string, id, int, comma, sal, int. That's it.
Okay.
Simply it will load into my data with this particular schema. Very simple. It's easy than creating the table and inserting the data. You need to write 2 lines of code to creating a table and inserting. But here within 1 line, you can load the data as like this data model. Okay.
Okay.
It's also kind of SQL only, not a scripting completely, not a like kind of JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay. Navin, anything from your side? Karen, sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's fine, right? So these are the 4 important components in Hadoop. Okay, just we have few more things. Just let me give you those things also now. So along with these things, one more thing called scoop. Scoop is a tool which will be, I will tell you, scoop, and one more tool is Flume and NoSQL space SQL. These are the different 3 more tools are there. And like Woozy, Zookeeper, also small tools are there. I will discuss little later. The main use of Scoop is, the Hadoop is storing the data into HDFS, right? But it can store the data from your flash files. Suppose if I am having a data in a database, in a SQL database like a Oracle DB2, MS SQL Server, actually there is no way to directly store the data into Hadoop from SQL to Hadoop, Hadoop to SQL. That is the reason the new tool Scoop is implemented. Scoop is nothing but like a SQL Hadoop only. The 2 names. From the 2 names, it is integrated with the name also integrated. First 2 letters of SQL and the last 3 letters of Hadoop is become as a Scoop. SQL Hadoop. By using the Scoop tool, you can exchange the data between any RDBMS database to Hadoop RDBMS. Both the ways you can exchange the data. This is a very important tool because of still if you take any application, all are storing data in SQL databases only, right? When they are going to migrate to the Hadoop or big data, 100% they need to pull the data from SQL and store into the Hadoop. For that 100%, you need to use Scoop only. Okay. And nowadays, some other tools are coming like Apache Drill. Apache Drill is the one tool, but it just recently came to market, which is very good. But it's one kind of tool which is having more features than Scoop actually. Okay, Scoop. Then this is the one tool, and another one is the Flume. Flume is useful for store the data from a streaming data. Okay, I think you know what is streaming, right? Which is continuously adding, which is continuously generating, like log file or maybe video or signals. These are the kind of tools. Data can be called as streaming data. So if you copy the data directly to HDFS, you cannot copy exactly what is appending data. So that is the reason the streaming data is continuously adding to the existing data. So this kind of data can be stored by using the tool called Flow. Okay. And another one is the NoSQL HBase. This is one of the important concept. NoSQL is completely different from SQL. So nowadays, most of the databases are also migrating to SQL to NoSQL. There are many databases are there. One of the databases is the HBase, which is integrated with Hadoop. Okay, we will discuss more about NoSQL and HBase little later. This is the kind of database. One kind of NoSQL kind of database. Okay, so this is the all components and frameworks which is enrolled in Hadoop. So yeah, already we have discussed a little bit of big data, and next session also we will discuss a little more about big data, and then we'll start about what exactly Hadoop, what is the Hadoop features, advantages, disadvantages, and how to install the Hadoop, how to configure it. Then we can start with the HDFS. Next is we'll start with the HDFS. After once it is HDFS is completed, then we'll start with the MapReduce, Pig, Hive, and next Scoop, Fluke, and HBase. And now recently the tool called, do you heard about Spark? Apache Spark, which is very popular. Now 2016, most of the companies or applications are going to use Spark. The Spark is not a part of the Hadoop, but in my trainings, I'm adding the Spark also around 2 hours of 2 hours of sessions. I'm taking the Spark also because of once you complete the Hadoop course, once you are going to market, you should not say I don't know Spark because of everybody will ask Spark also. So that's the reason I'm taking this is also as part of the course. Okay, Suresh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, is this, I mean, what exactly Spark means? I mean, is it the tool or?
Yeah, Spark is it's a alternative for MapReduce.
Okay.
So it is very faster than MapReduce. MapReduce can work with only batch data, batch process, but Spark can work with the batch process, real-time data, and online process also, on-the-fly process. All these things can be done with Spark.
Okay.
With very 10 to 100 times faster than MapReduce. So that is the reason most of the people are using Spark maybe nowadays, in the future, near future.
Okay.
Okay. So any doubts or any clarifications on top of these components or architecture of Hadoop? Suresh, clear?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay, and the next session we'll start with the features of Hadoop and what exactly Hadoop now. Still we are outside the Hadoop only, not yet entered into the Hadoop. It's the architecture only. So we'll discuss one by one from next session. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, next session will be on Monday. Okay, got it.
Okay, I got it.
On Monday. Okay, I will meet on Monday.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Bye.